Whether you're buying or selling your home, get the benefit of expertise.
Hey, well, compliments to the show. You're really hitting on the subjects and you're telling the truth. I appreciate you.
Meet the team at dangemis.com. And now, filling in for Dan Gemis, your host, Joyce Blackmere.
Welcome back to the show. Thanks for tuning in with you until 1 o'clock. I have Mara Ondego and Susan Riem, sales reps with the team in studio with me today. Hello, ladies.
Hello.
We had a listener message us in. Today is Motorcycle Ride for Dad. Mystery solved.
Yes, that's right. Yes. I do know that. Thank you.
Yes.
That's great.
Well, before we get into our staging tip, I just want to remind everybody, if you are looking for a home market evaluation, or if you're curious in what's going on in your neighborhood, just have general questions about the market, any member of our team would love to help you. You can reach out to us 7 days a week at 519-566-5565. And you can also find us online at dangemis.com. Our team covers all of Windsor and Essex County. So we have Monica Bunde on the line with a home staging tip this week. Hi, Monica. How are you?
Hi. Thanks, Joyce. I'm great. How's everybody?
Awesome.
Very good, Monica. I don't know if you heard the earlier segment about the time you had a yard sale and we did. Yes. So if you didn't hear it, okay, I'll fill you in later.
I did not hear it. Oh, my gosh. I'm very curious. I will call you later.
Okay.
I heard you hijacked it, but okay.
Yeah.
I'm not judging.
Might have been slanted in your favor a bit, yes.
What? Oh, my gosh. Okay, that is hilarious. Talking behind my back. I need it to be on the radio sooner.
What do you got for us today, Monica?
Well, today, gals, I've got staging tips for outdoors. Now, these tips are good for if you're living in your home, staying in your home, or if you're staging your home to sell. And I'm just looking at all of these tips. I'm pretty much going to do all of these today, just to get my outdoors, ready for the spring and the summer. So sometimes when we're staging, we always think about the inside, and everything has to be, beautiful and everything for the inside, but the outside also deserves just as much attention. So spring is here, and I believe by next week we'll be in the middle of summer. So we can extend our living spaces to live outdoors too, and to show off the outdoors when we're selling. So first tip, deep clean. And this is pretty much my biggest tip for everything. I always say, like, if your indoors is clean and the outdoors is clean, you're halfway there to staging. So if you have a fence or not a fence, a deck or patio, cement, anything like that, power wash it if you can. Like a wooden deck, siding, those just with washing them and spraying them can turn them into something so beautiful. So make sure you hit those. Clean out any gutters. Our gutters are full of leaves right now, and those keys and everything. And number one, it's good for the home. If the gutters are cleaned out, and get rid of any dirt or leaves, and fix anything that's broken outside, like your shutters or screen doors, the screens, any patio furniture. If something's broken, nobody wants to see it. You don't want to see it, and people that are coming to look at your house, they don't want to see it. So, and if it's beyond fixing, because there's a lot of things that I'm like, oh, I'll fix that later, and then it just adds up to the clutter. So if it's broken and you're not going to fix it, just get rid of it. So that's the first tip. Second is which segue into decluttering. Decluttering outside is important too, because if you have kids, there's kids' toys everywhere, and especially when you're trying to sell your house, you want to make it so impersonal that someone else sees themselves living there. So I have animal toys outside, so I clean those up, tidy up. The trash and the recycle bins, those are my biggest thing. Nobody wants to see those. I don't want to see them. Tuck them away somewhere. Put them either behind a shed or behind a fence or something like that, just so that they're out of sight. I always say this too, inside and for outside. Remove personal items. And so for outside, if you're like, oh, what's personal outside? But you might have a personalized mailbox, or some garden flags or something like that. Gnomes or some. They're super cute when they're yours, but when it becomes someone else's, just try to remove personal items. What what happens is that people get distracted by these items, and then they're not looking at the things that they should be buying. So, spruce up your landscaping. This is a big one, and this is what I'm going to hit today. Mow or cut the lawn, weed whack, and these all may seem like things like, oh, well, people should know this. Yes, agreed, but sometimes it's forgotten. And then when I go into someone's house and I'm like, okay, you're going to cut the lawn today, right? If we're taking pictures in a couple days and they're like, the lawn, and I'm like, yeah, the lawn. It's so important, and it looks so fresh when it's cut. Add a few bags of mulch just to spruce up your flower beds. And then potted plants are finally out, so grab a couple hanging plants, put them around, pop one in an urn on the front porch. Just that pop of color makes everything just look so pretty. If you have a water feature, this one is a big one too. If you have a water feature, either it's a pond or a pool, it's time that probably by this month everything should be open. All of the pools should be open around the city. But make sure that the water is fresh and clean. And if there's any fish in the pond, make sure that they're alive. Nobody wants
no floaters.
No floaters. That's right. So just and make sure everything works because A, you want it to work for if you're living with it, and B, if you're selling it, the next person wants it to work as well. And that's kind of a big thing. Pools are tough too, and you guys can speak to that too. Like sometimes it's an easy sell, but sometimes if it's not clean or if it's not working or if there's a ripped liner, that's a big deal.
It has to show pristine. And, even in March, I remember showing a property. It was probably the end of March, but they had opened their pool. And because nobody likes an ugly cover, and it also shows character, right?
Yeah.
So they can see the quality of the pool.
And the birds use those covers for target practice.
Oh, I know. They're almost done target practice. We have a pool, and it's still
Joyce,
nasty.
we're looking at that right now. It's just horrible. Major target practice.
Yeah, they're almost done though. They're almost done nesting or whatever it is.
I think they have one more week, or else they're going to have only one more week left.
One way.
So, two more tips here. Something that is just extra and above, add a little bit of outdoor lighting. There's such cute Edison lights right now. Add a strand of light somewhere. It just adds a special touch to it, creates ambiance, and it doesn't have to be, a lot. It just has to be, look pretty. And if you do have lights up, make sure that they work. Also, seating, super important. Again, it increases your living space. So there is that, and again, it doesn't have to be a lot. Add a bistro table, a little sectional, or something like that. But so those are my tips for outdoor staging, for living in now, and for staging to sell. So I hope those tips help.
Those are fabulous.
Awesome tips.
Yeah,
I'm going to hit them all time of year to be doing it.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
and if you can, check half of them off.
Yep.
Yeah,
exactly.
Well, all of them preferably. However,
mow your lawn.
4 out of the 8 would be good.
Yes. Awesome. Monica, thanks so much. We appreciate you. We appreciate your tips. Those were awesome. If anybody wanted to reach out to you, how could they reach you, Monica?
On my Instagram, it's Create Home Staging, and it's on Instagram. And just message me with anything. I'm doing virtual staging. Send me photos. I'll give you feedback. Anything like that, just DM me.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, thanks very much. Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, we're going to take another quick break. When we come back, we're going to give away a $50 gift card to the Richmond Popcorn Company. So this is your last chance. Text the keyword movie, MOVIE, with your first and last name to 10800, and we will do that draw when we come back. And when we come back, we also have our featured business of the week. So there's still more to come here on the Dan Gemis Real Estate Show.